Okay, here we go. I am playing Mass Effect. You might be like, hey, Jet Boy, this is in the middle of the second game. Well, not really the middle, but why are we starting here and not, somewhere more relevant, like the first game or the beginning of the game? Well, I honestly think that the beginning of Mass Effect 2 is pretty boring. You kill some people, you do whatever. This is me on Omega, in the middle of getting the Solarian scientist, Morden. So I think that's a better starting point, personally. On top of that, I am playing a Paragon route. I almost never play Paragon in the Mass Effect game.
Right.
Couple ahead.
Oh shit. What? No.
Be right there. Here goes. There we go.
So it's a little bit of a change up for me. The Renegade option is honestly just better in this game. I really do think that. It's more fun, it's more visceral. And I feel like it more closely mirrors how I would react to a lot of these things in Shepard's position. But, I'm also not a cruel and heartless person like the Renegade Shepard eventually ends up being. So, there is that. Let's see what I got. I got Disruptor ammo, right? I don't have the Cryo ammo yet. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's this part, huh?
Firing now.
Did I hit him? I missed, didn't I? Oh, I'm so bad.
Enemies in front.
Got him.
Yay, I unlocked the thing.
This will put them down.
I need to get the cryo ammo. My big thing is that I want to make sure that I unlock all of the Paragons. This game's also on like the easiest setting. Again, because it's a casual place to re-experience the story. I haven't played the Mass Effect game since 3 came out, I want to say. Where the bag is. Still over here. That didn't
One mean mother, huh?
That's okay. Well, Jacob, you are shooting at the mother shotgun from all the way over there. You are possibly the worst. The worst. Alright, switch over to this. Unstick from the wall, and now we can go downstairs. Yeah, this is the environmental control. I already have the antidote from Morden. Now I just need to get over here and deploy it, and then I don't really remember. Yeah, I remember this map. There's like a part later on where you can go under or over, or all sorts of craziness. Oh, it says my objective is this way. Ventilation control, yeah, that's correct. Let's see, where am I at on my ammo? 8 sniper rounds. As you can see, I'm playing as an infiltrator. You might think, Jet Boy, you said you wanted to try something new, but you're still playing as the infiltrator, the class that you always play this game as. You somehow clairvoyant person my history with this game.
Nice.
And you wouldn't be wrong, but I don't really feel like changing the class as much. It's just the combat. And my goal here is to re-experience the story, not the combat. So why would I care? I guess. Salvage some parts there. go around, hop this wall.
We're
Man.
close to the environmental controls. Let's get that cure in, then hit the fans.
Thanks, Jacob. I'll be sure to do just that. I feel like I'm missing something. Tactical cloak, disruptor, ammo, unity. Are all my points spent? They are. I'm missing the 4 points for operator, which is what I'll probably pick agent because I want the Paragon and Renegade scores to be maxed out as soon as possible.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans.
Oh, thank you, Mr.
Everyone
Portia.
choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
Why
What
are
do the
you-
collectors want?
Collectors want plague. You work for
I wonder how much they paid
You have
that did that was. No, this is what I want. Hello, yes. Oh no,
Gravity's one.
switching it.
Mean mother, huh?
The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall.
Oh,
You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
thanks, Edie.
Cure's locked in. Once we get the fans going, we should be good.
Activate the
Felt that one.
I have located the fan controls. There are two, one on either side of the room you're in now.
Yes, thank you. I believe there's another gem. No.
One down, one to go. Let's move.
You think this would be sufficient to at least begin turning the tides of this world now, They are all right here.
Heading. There we go.
Right.
Failed.
Got him.
Yeah, like, let's go, people. What are you doing? Get out of my way, Miranda. See, this is why Morden and Tally are better companions.
Fight like
We're
a
gonna do
warrior.
this, and we're gonna run away. Fight like a warrior. Get out of here, you crow. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's definitely not good. Oh, yeah. Gotta get out of here real quick.
Fight like a warrior. Coming our way.
Incoming Grogan.
Both fans are up. That should be it.
Thank you, Jacob.
Free and clear.
I'm trying to pay attention
Taking
to
hits.
Environmental
Discord
systems
as
engaged.
well.
Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Vorcha retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
And thank you from me as well. Those Batarians would have killed me.
Yeah, you
For a
shit.
second there, I thought you were going to shoot them even after they let me go.
I'm not.
I made a
like
promise
that.
to spare them if they let you go. I honor my promises.
Merciful
Yeah,
of you. Risky. Would have killed them myself.
I mean, that's fair.
Professor,
Morden.
how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping
Just
people.
snapping into the
Lots of ways to
background
help people. Sometimes heal patients. Sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said.
I mean, I agree with Morden here, but like, I would have shot them.
Good kid. Bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorcha are gone.
We've cured the plague.
Yes.
ready to help?
Unexpected to be work. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship.
We're heading out. See you in the Normandy.
Hold spacebar to sprint. So now I want to switch out Miranda for Morden, and then we'll get Garrus. And then we'll switch out Jacob for Garrus.
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
You know?
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. Humans still come first in the elusive man's eyes, but this mission is too big for them to handle alone.
Yeah,
The
I
collectors
forgot that
are
your
abducting
scars
human
heal.
colonists
You're a
out
good
on the
person.
fringes of terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out.
Oh, I'm sorry. That cuts all the game audio.
What happened at all?
That's good
Except
to
that
know.
every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No.
You don't have to sit there and guess. We collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solis. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
The ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board? Non-human crew members? Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists need to identify, neutralize technology, need samples. Which way to the lab?
Yes, yes.
Follow me,
yes.
Professor.
Let us move on. The hotkeys are different. Yep, no, still not enough. So there's a weapons upgrade for assault rifles, which I don't care about. Armor upgrade for more metagel capacity. We got plenty of platinum, so let's do that research. And then prototypes, heavy weapon ammo. Morton's probably gonna tell me. he
Shepard,
needs more
how can I help?
Have you got a minute
Of
to
course.
talk?
Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Oh, really?
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left
That's
him
nice.
the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
Tell me about special
You said you were in the
task force.
special tasks
Not
group.
simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under a young captain named Kirihi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirihi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of
This
a
is the first
cloaca,
time
though.
I've actually, I
Loved
think,
his
carried
speeches.
a
Hold
save
the
from
line.
2.
Personally
I played
prefer to get job done
2
and go
and
home.
3
Probably
on
military bravado,
console.
jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
What can you tell me about the
Bioweapon
genophage?
designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly, and it actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for a high Krogan birth rate, stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Why would STG study the
Krogan
gen-
rebellion's bloody, dangerous. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
was the
Military
STG?
schematics for likely Krogan population growth. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion. STG helped check Krogan rebellions. Needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
Nice talking
We
with
should
you,
get
Morgan.
back to work. Here if you need me.
Interesting. So I got that done. Now I gotta talk to Jacob. See what he has to say.
I'm more interested.
Sounds
in
good. Have to say, we keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. Is there something specific? Or are you just checking
I like
in?
to know my crew.
Informal, huh? Everything's in my file. Ex-Alliance like you, no Reapers or anything, but I got swept. The more good you do, the less they want to admit that something...
You look like you came through no worse.
If
for
nothing
wear.
else, the Alliance trains their people well. Once you live that life, you can't... Most of us didn't get a Cerberus rebuild. They
I'm glad
outdid-
enough they restored me to stock. Couldn't hurt to keep some spare parts
I
handy
hear
now.
that. You know, I used to wonder what the big deal with you was. But now that we're in deep...
There's no hiding, Jacob.
Don't
Not for
worry.
any of
This is... If that's all, Commander, I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot...
Yeah. This isn't just casual on my part. I'm well aware that you have to progress everyone's story all the way through if you want.
Commander, you've received a new Morden's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he's going to be a Anyway, what's
Is there
up?
anything
You have
I should
unread...
know?
Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment
I always
to
have
talk?
time for you, Commander.
How do you feel about being
I was
assigned?
handpicked.
Yeah, I already
Mostly I
had this
feel encouraged.
conversation with
Under
Kelly.
your leadership,
Don't worry.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met
I
you,
might do more
now
than
that's an entice. Anything else you'd like to talk
I
about?
better go.
Okay.
Man,
Maybe
Kelly's
we'll
the
talk
best
later.
romance option. Hands down. Unread messages. Oh, Chakwas. I forgot she was on here. I've done this on the Renegade path. Alright, I need to go feed my fish. I don't believe that I have been nice enough to her yet that she'll do it for me. And then I believe I have a space hamster as well. He is doing well. Liara. She was my beau last one. Did you say squeak? He did! Oh, that's adorable. Alright, let's see. And I'm missing one ship, maybe two at the moment. I can customize my gear, which I should do because as lame as it is, the gear effects breather helmet, health by 5%, visor, headshot damage by 10%, yeah. Capacitor, chest plate, I don't have any extra, I believe I have these, which let me sprint longer, no, speed, and this one, which increases my health. And, why not mess around with this? Hot pink. White? No? What? If you watch this video, post in the comments if you want me to change some part of it. I'm up for anything. Why not? You gotta have the right arm red though. That's just classic. What does Edie have to say if you talk to her about your quarters?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Huh. I don't know if I ever actually asked her about it. I don't remember. Does this tell you? Miranda's on this floor and then there's no one in engineering yet. I need to go talk to Miranda, who I believe is over here. In a room.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Wow. My family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
It's moments like that that kind of humanize the crew. I can go to the women's restroom. Yay! No urinals in here. They talk about accommodating for personal space. What does this do? Like, you would imagine one of these folds out and there's some sort of privacy screen, or the showers do, but nothing. Miranda, if she isn't here, then... yes, this is what I was looking for. She'll be over here.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That's what I'm
Real
talking
nice,
about.
Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping.
If I head that
on
way,
this.
I'll keep an
Much
eye out.
appreciated. Most of this list is Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about
Damn
working?
proud. The Alliance. It'll take good old human...
I won't take any
Back
more
to
of your-
work.
Back to work. Alright, let's see what we got. Chakwa's my
Commander
favorite
Shepard.
lady.
I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board.
Nice to see a familiar
I
face.
feel the kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people.
Do you have everything
I
you
believe
need?
so. This only thing missing. I even had a bottle of Ceres ice brandy that I was
I'll keep
saving.
an eye out for a
Oh, you
replacement.
needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns.
After you've been with the Alliance...
After the Normandy was lost, I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center. A very respectable position.
I'll see you later,
Commander.
We don't need to ask her about why she feels she needs to fly because we already know. It was part of a
Access to
conversation
the AI core is restricted.
we had in the first game. She feels that it is important that she serves aboard the front lines. That her medical expertise is best put used helping people.
Commander, well,
Do you have a
no
minute
doubt
for me?
you've got... Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe.
Doubt.
If I can help allay... So, what would you like to...
Tell me about
well,
yourself,
I guess
Mother.
that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but it's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm
You
very
certainly
good.
don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the
Here's the
reason I'm
thing is,
trusted
like,
to
I
oversee the
don't
most
really
dangerous,
think
risky,
that-
and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Thanks for the information,
Of course,
Maria.
Commander.
I think
Whatever
that
you
her,
need.
her outfit is like just terribly unflattering. It pulls in the crotch. It looks so unpleasant. Like ugh. Like Shepard's outfit is much more comfortable, relaxed, form-fitting without looking, you know, like you're chafing up wearing it. Alright. This is definitely, by the way, one of the benefits of playing this game on a modern PC with an SSD is that the load times are nearly non-existent. I believe I need to go talk to Joker. I might not have to. We'll find out if he has anything to say.
Am I interrupting something here?
Commander.
I assume...
Oh, I was just streaming
Visualization of my workspace.
this here,
Oh, I see.
and I'm recording it as well. If you want to sit and listen, feel free.
Okay, because I didn't want to impede on anything here.
I assume everything's going well up here?
I'm just
Good
I've
for
been
now.
talking
Fractured
to
my
myself,
thumb on the mute,
explaining
but I
what
think I
I'm
made my
doing,
point.
you know.
Nice. Sounds like a lot of what I do.
I assume everything's going well up here?
I'm down.
Good for now.
Are you
Fractured my
recording you
thumb on the
talking
mute.
to
but
I assume
yourself?
Good
everything's
for
going
now.
well?
Fractured my...
That's it for now.
See you,
I
Commander.
do that sometimes
Yeah.
when I'm in a freaky mood.
For I am planning on posting this to YouTube, so it's up to you if you
Oh.
want to be in the video or not.
Hey, I'm down.
Yeah, so for the viewers who aren't sitting next to me watching me play, this is one of my Discord buddies here.
Hey,
Ian's.
that's me.
Have you played Mass Effect, the trilogy?
I have never played this game ever in my entire life. I've seen like screenshots. I know it's good. I've never played it.
Really?
Yeah, it's always been on my list, but I think it's just like I forgot which. Like I think one of the games aren't on PC.
No, all three of them are.
All three of them are? Okay, I have no excuse then. I thought it was like a console exclusive for some reason.
No, the only thing is the third one you have to play it on Origin.
Oh, that's it's kind of gay, but at least it's on PC.
I don't see
I-
what its sexual
no.
orientation has to do with it. You do.
Well, you know what? I'm free to call entities gay if I so desire.
You most certainly are.
Mass Effect 3 does not have any feelings. Origin also does not have any feelings.
I always try to dissuade people from using gay as a derogatory word.
I'm gay.
I knew he could do it. I have also accessed
Got him.
You're free to do what you want. It doesn't change the fact that I don't think it should be used as a derogatory thing.
Information on him.
I'm just calling it homosexual.
You're just saying it gargles cock. I get it.
Yes, exactly. You get it. That's exactly what I mean.
So one thing, I don't know if you're watching or if you're just in the voice. Hi Squidly, I am recording.
You've let 10 people
I'm streaming this locally, but I'm also recording it to post to YouTube later. So if you'd like your voice not to be in the video, that is up to you.
What's your YouTube channel?
Jetboy Space the Mage. It's mostly Tekken and League of Legends videos.
I hear you're recruiting.
Nice.
Why don't you still get paid in the jobs? Who's next?
But yeah, so like, it does a fantastic job of world building. I really love the world of
You're in the
Mass
wrong
Effect.
place.
That's why I'm
strippers' quarters are that way.
kind of been disappointed with
Wow,
Andromeda
not even a
and
smile.
how it went out.
So you're here to fight then?
Sure. If this is the place
It
to
was
go after
panned. It was just
standard.
considered a
You'll need your
terrible
own-
game.
And no
Yeah, I heard
questions.
about it. It seemed
Where do we
not
go?
Just hit it.
not
Sign in the
favorable.
next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
You look a little young to be
I'm old
freelancing.
enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a
Do
gun.
I save this kid's life or
So
not?
does Archangel.
I can handle myself.
I mean, what did that kid
Besides,
do?
I just spent 50 credits on this
So he's a
pistol, and I
young
want to use
kid,
it.
and he's dumb, so I'm gonna tell him not to
Get
go.
your money back.
Hey,
I'd save him. I mean, why not? He's
Trust
a kid, right?
Yep.
You'll thank me later.
Or is he one of those like grows to he's like 800 years old, but he's like in the body of a 14-year-old?
No, it's a moral decision. I can either let the kid join up with the mercs, knowing that he'll get killed, or I could, you know, save him and, you know, feel better about myself. But potentially
what
have
is
one
the-
less piece of cannon fodder.
Come on, let me
I mean,
in.
it's too late. I already made the decision.
Did you say no, or did you let him do
Oh,
it?
I rescued him. The whole point is that every time I've played this game, I've gone through it as the bad guy. Well, I mean, you're always the good guy,
I'm on the
right?
mission.
But
I hope you're
I've
ready.
gone through it as like
Archangel's
the
been
ruthless-
annihilating you freelancers.
Ready when you are.
Ruthless good guy.
Yeah, and so the game has like that black and white morality thing where, you know, like KOTOR has, Fallout, all the BioWare games do it. There's not really a lot of point in trying to play in the middle because it's kind of all or nothing, you know?
I see.
There's options that you miss if you decide that you don't want to fully commit to being one or the other. Which is kind of cheap because
It's about time
I
they
think
sent me someone who
KOTOR
looks like
or
they can
KOTOR
actually
2,
fight.
there was like
They
gray
tell you what we're up
morality
against?
choices that you could only choose if you were neutral.
The recruiter was a little vague.
We wouldn't get many hires if everyone knew the truth. Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way
But,
in is over
yeah,
a very
I'm
but he's getting
trying to
tired,
get
making
to a
mistakes.
point.
We'll have
You guys have a plan?
small team
Where I
is
can
waiting
kind
to
of explain
infiltrate.
the
And that's
story
where
up
we
to
come.
this point
You'll
so
be
you
on a
can follow
distraction
along.
team. Head straight over the... pretty much. Head up to the boulevard and get to the third...
I better go find
Good.
Sergeant.
Watch yourself.
Well, we might have a way in, but getting out...
Let's worry
I
about
should
the
probably
plan.
play the games.
Huh?
I should probably play the games.
Well, I think they're great games. Mass Effect 1 is... I just finished playing Mass Effect 1 and imported the save into this one. And the big thing with it is that it's a tedious game.
Really?
Yeah, it's very much an
Shepard,
relic
I've
of
scanned
its
the area,
era.
but I'm unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the Mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
I can sabotage some of this stuff if I go find it. But yeah, so basically, you know, there was a big bad guy. He's trying to destroy galactic civilization in the first game. You go and save him, and your choices have consequences and effects along the way.
As the first
Obviously,
wave goes
to a
in,
limited effect,
infiltration team will
because
attempt-
if there was too much choice, they wouldn't be able to bridge the story from the first game into the second one. I mean, that makes sense. But you, in this game, you start out, you're kind of doing your own thing, and then this mysterious ship shows up, blows a hole in your ship, just annihilates you, and you die.
Huh.
And then some mysterious organization spends an exorbitant amount of money to resurrect you. And now you have to go and find, you know, what's going on with the human colonies that are being abducted, you know, why it's happening. But you're also concerned about the Reapers, who were the threat at the end of the last game, as the Galactic Council has now just kind of decided that you're crazy. It's a little disheartening how often you are right in this game, and yet everyone thinks that you're crazy.
Aw, damn.
It's called plot, right?
Yeah.
You know what? It
I
wouldn't
don't
work
expect
if
much from
somebody
the
wasn't
freelancers. When
intentionally
they fail,
stupid.
we arrive. The light mechs go in. Do you need something?
Who are
You lead the Eclipse?
You figure that out by yourself. I'm Jareth. I run Omega's Eclipse. What do you need, freelancer?
So the infiltration team is the main focus of the attack.
Tarek's plan, not mine. He doesn't want to lose any... Archangel's not going anywhere, so I suppose there's... Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky.
So you're just gonna hide here while the freelancers get...
Precisely. You're paid to be... Whether you survive or not is up to you.
I'll get going.
Good idea.
Alright. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a heavy mech over here somewhere, and I should be able to get access to it and sabotage it. Yeah, it's in here. Oh, it's a mini game. Let's start it. This one, and no. This is exactly what hacking's like in real life, by the way.
Nice.
If you're not aware.
Are you streaming on Twitch right now, or?
No, it's just streaming locally to Discord.
Wait, what? How do I do that? How do I watch that?
I think like I'm streaming it live in the channel. I don't know how it works. Maybe you have to like right-click me and choose watch stream. I don't know. There should be some way to interact with the fact that I'm streaming that lets you watch it. Please let me know whenever you figure it out.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought you were watching. That's kind of why I've been narrating it the way I have.
I've been hearing you narrate it, but I did not know you were... I thought you were streaming it to Twitch, and I tried to find your Twitch handle using the same thing from your YouTube, but that wasn't showing up.
Well done.
No,
We'll
no.
attack anything now.
Is there something in Discord that like makes it clear how you're supposed to watch it?
No, sadly. I right-click on your name and there's no like watch stream. And if I click on your name, it does say you're playing Mass Effect 2, but there's a...
Let's see, how to watch Go Live on Discord. Let's check Reddit Discord. It's Reddit app. Discord app. That's it.
Are you gonna have to edit this out of your video?
No, I'll just leave the whole thing in. It's organic.
Organic. Ah, nice.
Nobody watches the whole videos anyways.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if you hover over me, there should be an option. So if you hover over me in the voice chat, on the right should be my stream. You're not on mobile, are you?
I am on a browser client. That could be the reason why.
I think that's your problem. I know that it's
Alright,
not
let me check.
enabled on mobile, and I doubt if it's not on mobile, it's probably not on the browser client as well. Anyways, while you're working on that, I've disabled the friend or foe settings on the robot. Now we're going to keep moving on. And there's a whirlybird around here somewhere that I can also fuck.
You are completely right. Yes, it was on the Discord client, and now I'm watching.
Yeah, like I said,
Cool.
this is extremely realistic hacking.
Ah, yes.
If anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying. Third piece, oh, it was right there.
Ah, super intense.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time left. There it is. No, I need a third one. Oh, jeez. No. It's a piece. There it is. Oh, it removes a piece whenever you hit unauthorized. Okay.
Man, does hacking have to be so intense in every game?
No, I actually fucked that up. Normally it's super easy.
Ah. Now, you know, like, Deus Ex, they have that, like, hacking mechanism. Well, it's like, I only played Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, which I guess some might consider to be a crime against humanity, but, I've only really... Well, actually, I think I've played other hacking
Did you play Bioshock?
Oh, I have.
You
They
the
had,
blood pack leader?
their hacking
Dave's
minigame
gone.
was like connect the pipes.
I'm stuck here waiting.
I
Ask your
remember
questions and go.
I should get going.
Time.
I don't really care what that guy has to say. I have enough of a memory of how this game works to know where I need, what are the important conversations and which ones aren't, for the most part.
You can... Wait, do you, like, select your gender at the beginning of the game?
Yes.
Because I know there's, like, I see, because I've heard there's, like, Fem Shep and Shep, and yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, so the game's fully voiced, right? And it kind of works really, really well because it's not an uncommon military trope to just refer to people by their last name.
I see.
So the fact that everyone calls, you know,
This is
Janet
valuable.
Shepard here, Shepard, makes sense. And it isn't totally jarring and strange. And then I guess everyone's just used to it, so everyone does it. It's a little weird in the intimate scenes where you'd expect, you know...
Ah, yeah.
I'm gonna leave those in, too. Discord can pull $0
Kafka?
of advertising money they're giving me. Alright, I gotta go talk to this guy. Hey, his browser...
You must be the group Salk you
his
mentioned.
visor was
Just in time.
opaque to protect his vision while he was welding.
Oh.
Who?
You met him when you were dropped off. You three kinda stand. The infiltration team is about. Got any questions? This may be your last chance.
Are you gonna give us cover with the gunship?
Tarek is the... Besides, she's not quite ready. A few more tweaks.
Why are you coordinating the attack and fixing
I'm in
gunships?
the infiltration group. I'm staying back to organize the freelancers and make sure the gunship's ready to go if we need her.
Are you leading the assault?
I
Tarek
don't know
doesn't
why
pay
I
me
waved
to
my
fight.
hand in front of my
I
face
just
like
plan
that.
the attacks and fix the damn
Looks like
gunship.
he's smoking.
You freelancers
Like,
get the
in
privilege of fighting.
your face.
That's the...
That's
he
probably
might
why.
be.
Bravo team!
Yeah,
Go,
yeah.
go, go!
He's like waving the smoke away.
Yeah, what a dick. So they all leave, and I
Archangel's
believe
got
I'm given
quite
a
a surprise
chance to
waiting for him.
muck this
But
guy
that
up.
means no more waiting for me.
Yeah, but it might be a
Gotta get her back to 100% before Tarek decides he needs her again.
Oh, is that a taser?
Where did they put that?
Are you gonna tase this guy?
No, What? Seriously, you have the only way to do it is as a renegade option.
Doesn't look
He's
like
an
Archangel's
evil
got much
mercenary.
time.
We better get moving if we're going to help him.
Snapped into place there. See, the trick here is that
Come on,
I'm
give these guys a
actually
surprise of our own.
on
I see them.
that guy's side.
Impressive shot. She's with Archangel.
Gotta get through, gotta get through. Oh.
Wait, so did you just backstab those guys?
Oh yeah.
Look out!
I'm here to rescue my friend. It's actually, you know, they're kind of being coy about it, but I already know that this is one of my crew members from the first game, Garrus Valkyrian, who used to work in security on the Citadel. He came with us, but his time away from us has turned him darker and more evil.
Archangel?
I see.
We won't find that out until a couple of seconds from now, but that's okay. Ooh, bullet right in the face.
Dang.
Come on, Garrus. Let's go.
Wait,
So
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Are you playing like the evil guy path in this game, or are you going the other way?
The other way, the good guy path.
Yeah, the good guy path. Are you doing that?
Yeah. I've never done it through all 3 games. So I did it for 1, I did it for 2, and then I just decided I was going to start recording it. Because, and I've talked about this before in some of like my Twitch streams and stuff. I don't actually think you can watch those anymore. But I find like even if you weren't here, I would still be talking and explaining things, and it's very cathartic, and it helps organize my thoughts. You know, I might talk about what's going on in my life or whatever. Is that you, Garrus? No, it's good to see you.
That's a good idea, actually. I feel like
just keeping
and
myself
whenever I'm just like in my room, I'm
target
like,
practice.
Not talking at all.
You okay?
Been better, but it sure is
I
good
could
to
be,
see a friendly
I could
face.
be doing better.
Killing
you know?
mugs is hard work, especially on my own.
Yeah, and you know, even if nobody watches it, it's, you know, taking the time to put it together and speak to the audience, you know, and hello audience, I appreciate your participation as well.
Hello audience.
I find that it makes me think a lot more about how I speak. I certainly spend a lot of time trying not to use so many filler words like or and just to be a little more organized. So even though, you know, I might think about my day or how I've been recently and say, I think I've been having a pretty good time, explaining that out loud kind of helps cement it, you know, so it doesn't become as easy to be affected, you know. For example, I had a pretty stressful day because of one incident. My mother and I were to go out and ride these rentable electric scooters, as you do.
Ah, one of those.
Yeah. Well, I had warned her. I said, you know, it's hard to steer around corners, so take them, you know, slow and easy. You know, the traffic will have to respect you. Don't let vehicles pressure you into doing, you know, turning too fast. And she was on board with that. She did well for about 2 miles, and then took a corner, got a little spooked, bam, right into the quarter panel of a parked car.
Damn.
And so I see her do this, and I immediately just pull through the stop sign I was at, park the thing, run over to her, making sure she's okay, because it looks like she's got her ankle pinned beneath this scooter, which, you know, weighs about as much as a 250cc motorcycle. Like it's
yeah,
I can
those things are
manhandle
kinda
it.
heavy.
but it's not light.
Yeah.
But luckily, the scooter had struck the vehicle. She fell off of it. I had put the helmet on her myself, so it was on correctly and everything. So she was actually totally fine. You know, bruised up a little bit, but okay. The person whose vehicle it was inside of it and was not very happy.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, it was a lease, right? So, of course, there's... Oh, jeez, let me pull OBS back up so I can just pay attention to what's going on. There was a lease, and this lady was like, "Oh, my insurance is sky high. I'd really rather not report this." You know, kind of playing around the idea of, if you gave me cash, I'm not gonna say anything if you don't. Well, that's all nice and everything, but there's two problems. A, if we give you cash, there's nothing to stop you from just filing the insurance claim anyways, and then just saying that we never gave you anything. And B, you know, my mom just bought a car. Like, she doesn't have spare cash around, and I'm not giving some random lady I don't know like $500 to fix the rear quarter panel of her SUV. It's probably going to cost more than that. You know, it's a pretty recent vehicle. So we got the, you know, I, funnily enough, got back on the scooter, drove over to my mother's house, got her insurance paperwork. Oh, jeez, the dead eyes on Shepard in this. She's just so bored with this story. I'm sure everyone
She's
watching
staring
this
him
is
down.
too.
It's fine.
You know, I drive over, I grab her insurance paperwork, I come back, we give it to this lady. She doesn't want to give us any of her insurance paperwork. She gives us her cell phone number. She won't give us her driver's license, which is well within her rights. It's a minor accident. It's not something in Pennsylvania, at least, or in the city of Pittsburgh, that the police are willing to get involved with. You know, somebody has to be hurt pretty seriously before the police or the altercation has to turn into a domestic dispute before the police get involved. So it was pretty amicable, but we also had to call the scooter company and tell them that we, you know, had struck a vehicle with one of their things. And I guess their insurance people aren't there on the weekends, so she'll be dealing with that tomorrow. I feel bad because it's like, I warned her about this, but Pittsburgh's already a tough city to drive around in. I could have arranged for the vehicles to be closer to like the cemetery or something where it's a lot easier to drive around. At the end of the day, though, you know, I'm not responsible for my mother's actions. I warned her about the turns. She, you know, if she wasn't comfortable, she always had the opportunity to stop and pull over. There was nothing that made her do what she did other than herself, and that's not my responsibility.
That's true.
But, I mean, I was scared shitless for about a solid 3 minutes until I got her off the ground and made sure she was okay.
Yeah.
You know, because she was like, I'm like, I've dealt with, my dad has multiple sclerosis, my mother's fallen before, I know the whole procedure about it, so I'm like, okay, is this bike on top of you? No, okay, well, I'm going to move it, alright? Don't move until I get back. Get the bike up, move it. The lady who's in the vehicle's a nurse. We're right next to the hospital, so like 3 people are over there around her. I'm like, whoa, let's back up. I was like, are you okay to stand up? Yes. Do you want me to help you? Yes. So I get down, I get an arm under her, pick her up. You okay? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take your helmet off now. Okay. Vision looks good, no visible stuff. Okay, you're okay. That was the biggest concern. After that was dealt with, everything else was fine. And I explained, I've even already told this story to somebody else over a text message, but just the act of putting it all together and talking about it helps cement it to me and say to myself, you know, it isn't my fault, and I'm not going to blame myself for it, right?
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that that I feel is helpful. Even if nobody watches this, even if you weren't here, I would have still probably ended up talking about that, and I think I would have felt better for it.
That's great, actually.
So, to get back to the game, the thrilling gameplay of Shepard staring at the wall. So we've snuck in through pretending to be one of the mercenaries. We killed everyone. Now we're up here talking to our old friend Garrus. What is Garrus doing here? You shot me.
You nailed me good a couple times, by the way.
Concussive rounds only, no harm done. Didn't want the mercs getting suspicious.
Oh, a clever Garrus.
If I wanted to do more than take your shields down, I'd have done it.
Hello.
Besides, you were taking your sweet time.
Ellie.
I needed to get you moving.
Actually, you know, as more and more people jump in and out of voice chat, here's what I'm going to tell my YouTube audience is I'm going to cut the video now. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable thinking that they're going to be on my channel. So I will post another video later of this, but I hope that you guys out there have a good day.